Hello and welcome to Lake, a news show about Bellevue. I'm Claude Iosa with the City Manager's Office. For the December show, we bring you Ways to Survive, a catchy animation about emergency preparedness, and new features for Magic Season, Bellevue's holiday extravaganza. But first, let's look at some recent events in the news. 28 emerging leaders from across the city recently celebrated their graduation from the first ever Bellevue Essentials course. The City Hall ceremony featured a keynote address by Rob McKenna, a former state attorney general and longtime Bellevue resident.
What Bellevue Essentials does is similar to what Leadership Tomorrow and Leadership Eastside and Advanced Bellevue back in the day also do, which is to accelerate the development of leaders, to accelerate your development, to help you get into position faster to make a difference in your community.
Sponsored by the city's neighborhood outreach team, Bellevue Essentials provided students ages 17 to 70 a chance to learn about different aspects of city government. Not all students are as successful as those in the Bellevue Essentials program. Nationwide, an estimated 1 million will drop out of high school this year. In November, elected leaders and education professionals from around the region gathered in Bellevue to focus on raising graduation rates. The conference was part of a national campaign called Grad Nation, which seeks to achieve a 90% graduation rate by 2020. Ford Roosevelt, an educator and grandson of former President Franklin D. Roosevelt, was just one of the featured speakers.
A comment by my grandmother that I learned about 3 or 4 years ago comes to mind in this particular conference. I was at an event, and the president of the Library Foundation of Los Angeles got up to introduce one of my cousins, John Roosevelt, who was there to introduce a book he wrote. And the president of the Library Association stood up and said, before I start, I just want to tell a story. When I was a very young boy, about 8 or 9 years old in the 50s, he said, Mrs. Roosevelt had traveled to Russia while they were coming out of World War II, of course, and they were a communist country. And she was really criticized widely around the country for going to Russia, a communist country. How dare you? And editorials, made a mockery of what she was doing. So she came back, and this young man, Mr. Beecher, said, I have to write her a letter. So he wrote her a little letter and sent it off, and it said, Dear Mrs. Roosevelt, what are Russian children like? He didn't hear from her for a few days, didn't hear from her for about a week or so. Finally, about 3 weeks after he sent the letter, he received a letter back. The letter back said simply, Dear Ken, the children are like you and me. Your friend, Eleanor Roosevelt. I would ask you to look carefully at these two darling young children. Which one of them does not deserve to graduate high school? Which one does not deserve to go on to college? I can't tell, but likely one of them won't make it. We want to change that.
Conference participants included the Bellevue School District and East Side Pathways. The City of Bellevue hosted the event. City Council members recently got an update on efforts to simplify business and occupation taxes. Bellevue and 3 other large cities in Washington are creating an online portal where businesses can apply for licenses and pay their B&O tax at one convenient location. The new portal, called filelocal.org, is expected to go live in late 2014. More information is available on the website. A group of residents recently learned how to use new communication tools to better engage neighbors and build a more cohesive neighborhood. A workshop on using websites, blogs, and other social media featured guest speakers, a panel discussion, and questions from the audience. The city's neighborhood outreach team organized the event. We are often warned in stern ways about getting prepared for emergencies. Ines Pryor and her colleagues at the city's Office of Emergency Management took a different tack, delivering the message with a dance beat. Ines?
Thanks, Claude. We had a lot of fun making Ways to Survive, an animated video about preparing for an emergency. And I got to sing. Hope you enjoy it.
You know the earth here's gonna rumble. Secure your things in place. Be ready for that day. Make sure you know just how to get out of anywhere you are. The exits can't be far. grill shakes, drop, cover, hold, and stay. When it finally stops, go to your meeting spot. These are the ways to survive. Gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan. Gotta know your neighbors, gotta build a kit, gotta lend a helping hand. Gotta survive, gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan. Gotta have a week of food and water on hand. In winter, be prepared for snow and ice. Insulate your pipes, stock up on supplies, and watch out for things falling all around. Branches crashing down, power lines on the ground. You know your power might just go out. Make sure you have flashlights, be prepared for those dark nights, and keep your grill outside where it is meant to be. And generators too, you know just what to do. Stay in the know with all the hazard radios. Gotta survive, gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan. Gotta know your neighbors, gotta build a kit, gotta lend a helping hand. Gotta survive, gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan. If you see something that's just not right, call 911, and I mean tonight. Gotta survive, gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan. Gotta know your neighbors, gotta build a kit, gotta lend a helping hand. Gotta survive, gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan. Gotta know your neighbors, gotta build a kit, gotta lend a helping hand. Gotta survive, you wanna stay alive. Gotta know your neighbors, gotta build a kit, gotta lend a helping hand. Gotta survive, gotta stay alive, gotta have supplies and a master plan.
Bellevue's annual magic season is better than ever. Here's an update with some new twists on this long-running community event.
The Bellevue Magic Season is a 17-year tradition that brings together the City of Bellevue, the Bellevue Downtown Association, businesses and nonprofit organizations to celebrate the holiday season here in downtown Bellevue. I know my kids really enjoy Snowflake Lane, just the anticipation leading up to it. Snowflake Lane has become a really remarkable tradition in downtown Bellevue. Every night it snows on Bellevue Way in front of the Bellevue Collection, and you'll find that the sidewalks are literally packed and people are having a delightful time as the music and the drummers and the characters really bring to you something that is completely unique in this region, and we're so proud to be able to host it here in downtown Bellevue. When you plan your visit to Garden Delights this year, you'll want to make your reservations early. You'll also notice that the garden is slightly modified because of the construction addition, but it will be as bright and as beautiful as ever. Something people will find new down at the ice arena this year is that the ice surface will be slightly larger, so we'll be able to accommodate more skaters. We also have a new resurfacing machine which will keep the ice condition in top-notch quality. A few other events that you may be interested in during the magic season are Gingerbread Lane at the Bellevue Hilton, and that's produced by Kids Quest Children's Museum. And there are also the Enchanted Holidays at the Bravern that include photos with Santa, story time, and pony rides. In true Bellevue fashion, the magic season is a partnership. It's a partnership between the city, it's a partnership between the community and businesses to celebrate all that downtown Bellevue and the Bellevue community has to offer. If people want more information about the Bellevue Magic Season, it's all online at magicseason.com. You'll find hours, the cost, the calendar, everything there is to do during the Bellevue Magic Season is at magicseason.com.
With magic season in full swing, you may need some help sorting out all the excitement. We're here to help with our events calendar. Take a look. This month, enjoy the many events of Bellevue's Magic Season, which include Garden Delights, the Construction Edition. The event runs nightly through January 4th, 5 to 9:30 p.m. at the Bellevue Botanical Garden. This spectacular display was named the best garden light show in the state, and even though the garden is in the middle of a huge construction project, this year's show promises to please attendees with thousands of beautiful lights and a new entrance to the display. Advanced ticket reservations are required and are available at www.gardendelights.org. Tickets are $5 per person, except children 10 and under, who get in free. For more information, call 425-452-4644. Snowflake Lane on Bellevue Way. Catch the magic through December 24th. The event includes a nightly snowfall and dazzling musical display at 7 p.m. each night. The show includes live toy soldiers, carolers, and music. The Chaplin's Bellevue Subaru Ice Arena, brought to you by Bank of America, will run through January 12th in Bellevue Downtown Park. Admission is $12 and the ice rink is open daily. The Theater at Maidenbauer Center. Enjoy a month of magical holiday musical and dramatic productions by regional and local performance groups. Kids Quest Children's Museum's Gingerbread Lane. Enjoy the magic of the season with family gingerbread workshops December 12th through the 15th, and visit a display of unique gingerbread houses at Hilton Hotel Bellevue December 7th through the 20th. For complete information about Bellevue Magic Season events, visit magicseason.com or call the Bellevue Downtown Association at 425-453-3110. For more information about featured segments, visit us online at bellevuelaw.gov. I'm Claude Ioso. Have a great December, and we'll see you next time on Lake to Lake.